What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another College Football 26 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be covering the brand new Standouts cards that are in-game right now, but more importantly, you can finally level up your Season 1 Field Pass again. I'll explain. Let's go ahead and jump right on into it, and that's exactly where we're going to start. The Standout cards are cool. We got new solos, but I think more importantly, and something most people have been waiting on, is an update to the Season 1 Field Pass, and we finally got it. So, of course, your daily objectives, they refresh or reset every day at about 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, but we did get a Week 2 objective tab added into the weekly section, and as you can see, there's a handful of XP that you're going to be able to earn towards the Season 1 Field Pass, and it didn't stop there. Also, if you go over to your Milestones tab, there's 4 additional objectives for more XP. So, you got a bunch of different things that you can go out and do there. Big W, you got new solos that you can knock a lot of these out in, and there's a lot of game modes to be playing as well to achieve any of these statistical objectives. So, not only that, but also, and I think this is supposed to be updated yesterday, but they just didn't get around to it. Yesterday, we got Week 2, or the second drop of the Names of the Game program. We also got additional objectives added into the game today. So, you got coin rewards when you get rushing touchdowns and then completed passes, but once you knock out all of these 6 objectives, there's 3 in each of these, that will also give you this checked off, which is going to give you an additional 2 Names of the Games tokens. As it stands right now, you need 17 of these tokens to redeem for a free champion. You got 2 last week, 2 this week. You will be able to get some in the solos eventually. You can't get them now, but this is still a building block or a step eventually to get a free champion level card from the Names of the Game program. Now, we did get new standout content today, but no objectives in relation to that program. I don't think this is a mistake. I think it's just not supposed to be here. But remember, with these, if you didn't do them, you're missing out on some pretty good coin counts here, because every objective that you can complete, you're going to get a random strategy item. Those strategy items actually quick sell for 10,000 coins, and then once you complete all of the objectives, you get a fantasy pack where you get to choose the strategy item of your choice. So you can basically make around 100,000 coins off of these objectives if you haven't completed them all yet. From a solo challenge standpoint, Standouts might have the very best rewards. Now, time will tell if they're going to be as good as the Week 1 drops were, but if you're up to date on your solos, you now have the sophomore section to go through and play, and there's an additional 50 stars available. This is going to be a 3-week promo. And if you missed the content schedule that came out this past Monday, we got Volume 2 dropping today, but on Saturday, we should see some additional cards drop in that Volume 2.5. They did the same exact thing last week. Of course, this upcoming Friday, we have Part 2 to the Fresh Faces program, and on Sunday, we have the Alumni program, Volume 2 for that. So with 50 new stars available in the solos today, that means you can get up to a grand total of 100 stars in the milestone rewards. Leave an additional 50 there. That's going to be for Part 3, and that's when this program's going to come to an end. But the rewards within this, you're going to be able to get 2 of these B&D opportunity packs. A lot of people had a lot of luck with these. I'm pretty sure you're guaranteed at least an 80 overall out of these, but if you play today's solos alone, again, assuming you're up to date, you're going to get 2 opportunity packs and an additional 80 plus B&D pack. So you got 3 free Standouts packs waiting for you today, and all you got to do is knock out some solo challenges. Shouldn't take long at all. Go get them done as soon as you can. Now, remember, with this program and Fresh Faces, and I mean Names of the Game, you can throw there in this as well, there are not sets that you can complete to get the champion level cards, and the Week 2 token sets are not in the game, and I think the reason is because they kind of spoiled the second release, or Part 1.5 last week, when they put this Week 1 champion set into the game, because initially we had like 4 of these players came out, but you could still see that Bryce Underwood and Elijah Griffin were cards that were coming out in the future because they were part of this set. So if you're looking for the Week 2 champion, elite, or hero sets and you don't see them in the game, I'm guessing that's by design. And if you don't know how this works, basically for the entire Week 1 content drop, if you collect every single champion, which were 85 overall cards, every single hero, which were 83 overall cards, and then finally every elite, which were going to be 80 overall cards, you put those into the set. In return, you would get all of those cards back, non-B&D as well, but you would also get a token. So you get a Week 1 Elite Champion and Hero token. Ultimately, if you want 200,000 coins, and again, I'll continue to say it, very ambitious this early in the year to go after a set like this, especially if you're no money spent or low money spent, I'd stay away from it. But the same thing is going to apply for week 2. Again, I don't think the token sets are in the game because they don't want to spoil who's coming out on Saturday for volume 2.5. But assuming you get all of the cards from week 2 at the champion, hero, and elite level, you'll get additional tokens in return, and you'll have basically, 2/3 of what you need to fully complete the set to get the 200,000 coins. Assuming they do the same format next week, the earliest to be able to complete this entire set will be next Saturday. As far as today's brand new cards, the 3 LTDs really good. I don't think the champions are bad, but they're not that exciting to go after. And we did jump up as of yesterday to 87 overall LTDs. That means we now have 86 overall champions, 84 overall heroes, and 81 overall elite cards. So a bunch of +1s everywhere. And your 3 LTDs are going to be an 87 overall Luke Kuechly, 85 speed middle linebacker with 84 zone, 81 man coverage, 87 tackle, very good. You have Koi Parich, probably butchered his name, but you got an 87 speed free safety. He will probably make Ronnie Lott continue to drop down in price right now. And then you also have this 87 overall Isaac Brown, who's got 87 speed at the running back position. Without totally checking, but I feel pretty confident saying this, these are probably the top 3 cards in the game at their positions. Who knows how the pack odds are going to be on these, but, if these are overly expensive or very pricey, just keep in mind, your plan of attack should always be to chase after the cards that came behind these cards, or I should say in front of these cards, at those same positions. So if you need a Mike linebacker, today's going to be a great day. If you need a free safety, like I said, Ronnie Lott's going to be really good. If you need a running back, Marshall Faulk was already a really good rental as an LTD card. You got Jaden Ott out there who's probably going to drop down in price. There's just going to be a ton of opportunity to go ahead and make pickups if you can't afford any of the 3 87 overall LTDs. As far as the 86 overall champions, kind of boring positions here. We got a halfback with 85 speed. I can't imagine he's going to cost a ton of coin out there. A defensive tackle and a center. Good cards, just boring positions. And then we have Brian Wesco Jr., 86 speed wide receiver, but I'm pretty sure... No, I take it back. I thought he was going to be on the shorter side. He's actually 6'2", so this is a really good card and one to keep an eye on if you happen to need a wide receiver. I'm very curious to see what his price is going to look like, but I truly think because of the pack that's in stores today, hopefully some of these 86s aren't overly expensive, but I think the 85s from last week are going to tank down in price. When we jump over to the store, I'll explain exactly why. And it's also worth pointing out, I'm not going to break these cards down here, but you got a handful of 84 overall heroes that came out today, the 81 overall elite cards. So there's a bunch of new cards. I don't think any of them are going to be game-changing or game-breaking, but we did get a bunch of new cards that came out today, including this 84 overall Damon Williams Jr. 81 speed, his throw power is a bit low, the accuracies are good, but he could end up being a decent budget card at the quarterback position if you happen to need one. So those are going to be all of the brand new cards that came out today. With new content, there's always going to come new store offers, so if you're looking to spend money or coins, you certainly have your options in front of you here. Booster packs, 7 steps on Standouts. The first one, $5. The next 2 cards are going to cost you, or next 2 packs, I should say, are going to cost you 1 coin each, and then it continues to go up all the way through the 7 different step offers. Of course, also you have your $100 bundle, premium combo bundle pack, 6 Standouts packs and an 85 plus for $100. If you want to spend some money or coin here for 21,000 coins, you're going to get one of 2 80 plus B&D standout players with the chance at season 1 cards, of course. 15% at an 85, 6.1% chance at an 86, pretty high percent chance there at an 84. I still think this early in the year, I'll stay away from these, but if you got coins to burn, you can go that route as well. Tons of various pack offers, but the biggest change that they made today was not a good one. They increased the cost of the Standouts reroll pack to 2,300 training, which I assumed they were going to do, but they didn't make it an 86 plus. And for a point of reference here, yesterday when Names of the Game got an overall increase, they increased the cost of the pack but they also increased the OVR guaranteed. So they did not do that with standouts, and this is why I believe that within this pack, you're going to see a lot of 85s fly out. I would stay far, far away from this one if you have training to use right now, but there's going to be a ton of people that do the opposite and roll this pack, and they're going to have to settle for selling those 85s more than likely. So like I said earlier, if there's any standout 85s that you had your eye on, today should be a great day to catch them a lot lower in price. And for me, when it comes to these training packs, the only times I'm ever going to open them is if the newest cards are guaranteed to be in there. So with like names of the game yesterday, this would be a prime example of something I would open if I had the training to do it. But when we get 86 next Monday, or next Tuesday, I should say, that's going to be a new pool of 86s mixed in with the ones that came out yesterday. In that situation, I would stay away from this pack. And then if we kind of fast forward to Friday and Sunday, if this goes up to an 86 plus, because there's only going to be new 86s in there, I would open up this one. Same thing for alumni. But once they kind of put too many cards or options in the pack, that's when I want to stay away from it. But you do have those options out there, and of course, if you want to, I advise against it, but you do have your Season 1 trophies. You can spend those on a B&D 80 plus standouts pack as well. But that is going to be your content. Tomorrow, I believe we're supposed to be getting 2 LTDs in packs, but other than that, no big promo. Fresh Faces Volume 2 coming on Friday, but I'm sure I'll have some type of Cut 26 video for you tomorrow as well. This is the last one for today, but thank you for watching. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.